on to the announcement for the Public Service Awards. And I have the pleasure of inviting Mr. Iqbal Singh Chahal, Commissioner from Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation. He is a soldier at heart, serving as an administrator. Creation of war rooms in each ward, 24/7 tele-assessment of the gravity of the illness, allocating hospital beds to patients, active monitoring, and creating jumbo COVID facilities saved Mumbai. It was termed the Mumbai model. Chahal did not lose sight of COVID patients with other disease in need of medical attention, particularly dialysis. More than 2,000 such cases were reported, no lives were lost. Further, he halved the premiums charged on building proposals that resulted in an additional income of rupees 14,000 crores, resulting in a boom in the Mumbai property sector as well as creating thousands of employment opportunities. Congratulations.
He's the man who saved Bombay. I think standing ovation for that. We should all stand and clap for him.
Honorable Samir Kochar sir, Honorable Debroy sir, respected audience, I feel honored and privileged today to receive this honor and award for something which was not only my official duty, but also great service to humanity. You know, when I was suddenly put in as Commissioner of BMC in May 2020, and the death rate in Mumbai had touched 7%, I knew, and I told my team, 100,000 people plus, I said, this is going to be a long-term war now. It may go on for years, unlike other government programs which we do some ad hoc arrangements and things go away in 2-3 weeks, floods or tsunamis or earthquakes. And we created 28 sub-models, all technology-driven, all working on autopilot. For example, 186 hospitals in Mumbai, 144 of them private, on a real-time single dashboard, IT-based, and all private hospitals in Mumbai, 100% of them were banned from admissions at their level or discharges at the level. We told them you will only treat the patients, everything you leave it to BMC to admit them and to discharge them. We created ward war rooms in 24 zones of Mumbai and converted Mumbai into 24 Mumbais, each fighting its own battle against COVID with only a common dashboard. The first thing which I did is in one hour of joining on 8th of May 2020, I said, we have to chase this virus. And everybody is shocked because those days people are not willing to come out. And the next day, I entered the COVID ICUs, spent hours there. And then I did a march in Dharavi, which was on fire. Dharavi has 2.34 lakh people every square kilometers. The most dense pocket in the world. You know, Mumbai is the second most dense city in the world after Tokyo. What we did in Chase the Virus, we went, led by Commissioner, 50,000 of employees entered the slums of Mumbai, hundreds of them. And we started testing people at home, slum dwellers. Anybody found positive. 20 of his relatives, neighbors were picked up by force, put in buses, transferred to 3-star, 4-star hotels, 211 of them, 48,000 bed requisition. In 5 weeks, we transferred 1.46 lakh slum dwellers into 4-star hotels, 10 days free boarding and lodging. If somebody develops a symptom, he goes to hospital, otherwise they come back to the sanitized homes. Mumbai has hundreds of public toilets. Each public toilet has about 25-30 seats. We said this is the best place to kill the virus. We started sanitizing these toilets every 2 hours. So that next batch gets sanitized environment early morning and throughout the day. And what happened within 60 days, on 11th of July, WHO General Secretary said virus is under control in Dharavi, and Dharavi became a world-class model. Then we had changed the patient strategy. We said, right from the test report of the patient, putting him in the hospital bed, everything will be done by BMC, nothing by the patient. And I must say that we are the only one city in the entire world, and today also, and I say with pride, that no city in the world has tried to copy us. Every test report which is done by a testing lab of any COVID patient doesn't fly to the patient directly from the lab in form of email or WhatsApp or SMS or hard copy. We banned it by an order that any lab giving positive report directly to the patient would be, his license would be cancelled. People went to Honorable Supreme Court of India, but we had our way there also. And we have handled 10.68 lakh COVID positive reports, which came only to us at midnight in a software. And even the day when we got 2,000 cases in a single day, not even one person at that midnight knew who's COVID positive in the city. Next morning, these 24 ward war rooms with 240 dashboards online with doctors, 3 shifts, they would declare open, announce to the patient by calling them that who's COVID positive. And immediately ambulances would go home, 1,000 of them, all on Uber platforms. They would ask for choice of the patient, and then the patient would be allotted bed at his residence. And the same ambulance will put him in the hospital bed. Whether it's Beach Candy or Lilavati or Nanavati or Hinduja, no hospital had a right to stop our ambulances. They had no right to admit patients. It was we who were admitting the patients. We told them, you just treat them. And when the patient was getting well, he was to be discharged. We said no bill will be released to the patient unless it is vetted by municipal auditors. Only once we clear it, only the bill goes to the patient's relative. And we had no cases of overcharging in Mumbai. And after that, second was, look at the risk appetite we had. We handled 10.6 lakh COVID positive reports, not even one going directly to the patient. But with razor sharp efficiency, we ensured that no report gets missing. Similarly, crematoriums. Every crematorium in Mumbai, 74 of them was on a dashboard. Dialysis patients. We had the world's best dialysis online system. We had 10,000 people in Mumbai who were without kidneys, but we didn't allow even one to die for non-dialysis or even COVID beds. So what was the result? As a result of all this, in the second wave of COVID, we had 3.93 lakh people who became COVID positive, but we had a mortality rate of only 0.8%, lowest anywhere in the world for comparable city. In the third wave, again we had 3 lakh people who became COVID positive, but our death rate was 0.009%. Again, lowest in the world. And I always say that I'll fail in my duty if I don't salute my 100,000 team. 9,800 of my team members became COVID positive. 344 of them lost their lives, but the show went on. And I'm so happy today when I stand before you that it is because of my team that we could reach. And when we look back, it's a great satisfactory moment for me. And I always say that what Mumbai achieved in COVID, the same regime is now going on in non-COVID. Mumbai is the only one city in the world where a 13,000 crore coastal road is built by a municipality. From own resources, no assistance from Government of India, Government of Maharashtra, or any bank. And in last 18 months, we completed 56% of the coastal road, right from reclamation to a 26-kilometer road, 100% in the sea, Arabian Sea, 2 tunnels under Malabar Hill, 1 tunnel already done, and we are 3 months at our schedule. And a project the size of almost 13,000 crore will be completed in just about 28 months. And we are right now 3 months ahead of the schedule in this. But what our team did in COVID, I shall always be indebted to my team, did better than anybody else in the world. Thank you very much.
Pleasure. We are so proud of you.
Now invite Mr. Sameer Sinha, Principal Secretary, Finance Department from Government of Assam. He is joining us online from Guwahati. Sameer Sinha was the architect of the Assam model of COVID management. Even before the virus reached the state, he took measures to expand treatment and testing facilities. These proactive measures helped in minimizing the contingencies. In his current position as the Principal Secretary to the Chief Minister, he introduced several reform measures to bring in more transparency in governance at the top level. He has played a central role in the implementation of Loan Waiver Scheme, Assam Microfinance Incentive and Relief Scheme. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Samir. You are my
Thank you.
brother
Thank
at
you,
heart.
Samir.
You have been my co-conspirator for financial inclusion from your days in Department of Financial Services, Ministry of Finance. I remember the time when you were a young municipal commissioner, I think somewhere near Guwahati or, and I had seen your e-commerce or e-governance installation. You've kind of spearheaded that. Congratulations to you. This award is being conferred on you through the good hands of Dr. Bibek Dev Roy, Chairman, Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister of India. Now you'd like to say some words for us?
It's a great honor. I feel extremely honored to receive this prestigious award. And I was listening to the earlier speakers. And of course, many things we have been able to do. I'm sorry that I'm not able to be personally present to physically receive this award, as the budget session of the Assembly is going on and I'm supposed to be here. So my apologies for this. Yes, way back in 2003-04, I still remember that when I was DC of Kamrup, the entire team, Samir and then Tusharanji and everybody, all of you had come and we had talked about financial inclusion then, a good 20 years back. And we talked about many other things on the how to empower the rural women. And subsequently, in fact, when I got exposed to my working in the Department of Financial Services and also in the Asian Development Bank, in fact, we worked a great deal in this arena. And today in Assam, we have, of course, we are there is a conditional, not conditional really, in fact, it's a cash transfer, some kind of a basic family income Arunodaya scheme has been launched in the last 3 years. It's been running very, very successfully, covering around 22 lakh women, because we have been able to open the bank accounts, not only for this Arunodaya women, but also a sizable portion in the tea garden areas, which occupy good 20% of Assam's geography and nearly 18 to 19% of our population in Assam. So there hardly any brick and mortar bank branches were there. But now, because of this consistent effort, we have been able to open bank branches wherever possible, ATMs, and we have been able to importantly open their bank accounts, and the managements of the tea gardens also, they have cooperated very well, and we have been. So as far as the network of financial inclusion is concerned, we have been in Assam. This is some success story. We have miles to go in this realm. And as far as administrative reforms is concerned, a slew of measures. In fact, in the last 10-11 months, we have been able to take on almost all in all spheres and all realms. And we are, in fact, as far as coming back to finance, Samir, I would like to tell that Assam was one of the, I do not know whether it was the first state, but to my understanding, it was the first state to launch e-budget way back in 2017-18, and a thing which we have continued ever since. And in fact, the entire as far as transparency in budget and disclosure and other expenditure is concerned, I think almost everything is there on the web portal of Finance Department. And so I am receiving this award with a great honor on everybody's behalf. So thank you so much. I feel very honored.
Thank you so much, Samir. God bless you.
Mr. D.C. Mishra, Deputy Director General from National Informatics Center. He has made made extraordinary contributions in the promotion and application of e-governance in rural development agencies throughout India. He has played a very important role in formulating IT induction and adoption policy for computerization in rural development processes and improving internet connectivity in the hinterland. He pushed for rural communication connectivity through NICNet, a satellite-based nationwide computer communication network, and played a very significant role in policy formulation on the National Land Record Modernization Program. Congratulations.
Congratulations. No one has done more for digitalizing rural India than DC Mishra here. And he's very passionate and very driven. And he was the one who reminded me nationalism first when I was on a committee of Panchayati Raj computerization. Not that I need that reminder, but he was wary of private sector. And he says, आप private sector के हो, तो हमने क्या private sector में देशभक्त नहीं होते हैं क्या?
Thank you, Sameer ji. Thank you, SKOCH Foundation, India Economic Forum, and ITFEST. It's a really honor to be with Sir and you to be here. In essence, I started my government journey in '86, and I come from rural area from the state of Uttar Pradesh. And I had seen information poverty all around. And trust me, from the day one, I was very passionate to do something so that I don't have to beg information on budget, work to be taken up from my Pradhan. And that has led to the different activities. And I got a right opportunity at the National Informatics Center from the government, full cooperation, and some of the constructive criticism and support in the last 2.5 decades. I mean, it dates back from the creation of Ministry of Panchayati Raj 2005, and prior to that, SKOCH Foundation has been encouraging people like us, new e-governance initiative, putting it into public platform, opening up for criticism, improving. So thank you for everything. I tried to give my best back to the rural society. Where do I come from? I look forward to continue this evening. Thank you.
It was an extremely difficult job. Imagine 30 years back, rural India and digital infrastructure. This man has done it village by village.
Now I invite Mr. IPS Sethi, Deputy Director General from National Informatics Center.
So once, Dr. Shefali Dash, who was DG NIC, joked with me. She says, NIC is like, maids and ayahs of government of India. We babysit them, but we are never seen. And this man, he's just done such a formidable, everything that you know about India Post, computerization of India, from India Post to Prime Minister's office. This man runs it, not seen, not heard, Mr. IPS Sethi.
He is providing ICT and e-governance enablement to several state governments and ministries in the Government of India. He has handled large projects, particularly developing analytical dashboards such as Prayas for Prime Minister's Office, Digital Payment Dashboard for monitoring cashless transactions, e-Tal for monitoring e-transactions, and Darpan Dashboard for monitoring of vital schemes and programs by chief ministers. It was under his guidance that community information centers were set up in 555 blocks of northeastern states, today known as the Common Service Centers. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you, SKOCH Foundation. Thank you, Sameer, for recognizing my efforts. And I would like to mention 3-4 things that Sameer talked about the UPI platform and demonetization. I am the one who is monitoring, and last month we recorded 462 crore UPI transaction worth 830 lakh crore, that is $1.1 billion. Country is talking of the $1 trillion economy, and with this pace we hope to achieve in next 3 to 4 years. And every entire universe of digital payment, anything you do for digital payment, be it your Metro card, FASTags, credit card, debit card, NEFT, RTGS, PPIs, everything we record. And this financial year, our target was to have 7,000 crores of digital payment transaction, and already we've achieved 8,200 crores. in that universe. And we are getting data from 110 banks, National Payment Corporation of India and Reserve Bank of India, and dashboard, it's monitored by Honorable Prime Minister and the concerned ministries and department. Second thing that ETAL portal, any transaction happen on service delivery, be it Nagaland or Kanyakumari or Bhuj or Ladakh, if I get a certificate, birth, death, caste, marriage, land record, anything I get on e-governance front, that transaction get recorded, and this portal gets updated every 5 seconds. And we have a 4,000 e-services integrated, and 29 crore transactions are happening every day on this portal. So this is the power of ETAL. When COVID came 2 years ago, Honorable Prime Minister and PMO, they wanted to have a dashboard to monitor the flagship program and functioning of government. So today, 139 important schemes of government with 800 plus KPIs, key performance indicators are integrated on that. And Honorable Prime Minister recognized this effort in the Union Council of Ministers meeting. And my team has gone to all the 77 ministers of the Union Council and given presentation of Prayas that how the things are moving and what is the output and outcome of various government program. And lastly, under Atmanirbhar Bharat, government is given a clarion call for the Make in India products. And I'm happy to inform that we have developed collab files. Everybody is using Google Docs and Sheets, sharing important information, documents, which goes out of country. So collab files is in-house made, Make in India product, and which we are encouraging people to use so that country do not have to compromise the security of the data. Thank you.
I see Madam is also here. Madam, Satnam Vaheguru karna tusi ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਕੇ.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Satnam Vaheguru. Bole So Nihal, Sat Sri Akal.
I think we are super proud of him. He's like, this award is well deserved. We've seen him, we've seen his thought process through the years, and I think at the end of the day, that's where we aspire to be.
God bless you all.